this works. It may not. So yeah, I thought I would ride along a little bit. I am going to go pick up my winnings from the auction. I need to go to the booth. My kids are home. My little one had a fever last night, but he's doing better today. And then the big one started coughing a bunch, and so we're like, let's just keep them both home just in case. So they're both home, and so that makes things a little wigglier. Wigglier? That's a thing, right? So yeah, it's been a pretty eventful morning. Oh, it is. I have tried those like suction cup thingies. I haven't found one that works for me. But then again, I haven't looked very hard. So, yeah. Tomorrow we have our meetup with the Gulf Coast resellers, and that should be really fun. I know I'm going to do some videoing there. I've been to this flea market, but it's been since I was in college, so we're looking at 20 or more years ago, 22 or so years ago. I know, Margaret, you don't look that old. How could you have been in college 22 years ago? You were like a baby. I know. I was like a genius baby in college 22 years ago. Oh boy, I know. Woo! Also, I have recorded some videos that I haven't put up yet. I have done my Google spreadsheets video, that's up and ready. I did a ride along, like a vlog of my day the other day, and this was Wednesday, right. I did a ride along with my friend Kelly. It was sort of a vlog of our day. We went to the thrift outlet. She's not a reseller. She is a photographer. And she invited me with her Wednesday to a professional women in business meeting, which was really interesting. I met some really interesting ladies, and I have to start. No, I don't have to, but you can think about yourself in the respect of, is this a business or is this a hobby? And if I'm going to continue in the way I am, I would like to consider myself a businesswoman. It's kind of funny to me when I think of myself as I'm a businesswoman. I need a suit and a briefcase and like walk around in cha-cha heels, right? No. So anyway, yeah, I'm a businesswoman. This is the code for businesswoman. I'm like all the time making up, I need reseller sign language, maybe, because it's definitely not American Sign Language. So this is code for businesswoman, because this is her holding her briefcase, and this is her how she walks in her cha-cha heels. So businesswoman. I'm a businesswoman, and I'm going to learn how to be a better businesswoman, and that I think will be good not only for me but for you, because I think the more I hang out with these ladies and learn from the things that they have to teach, I'll be able to relay information about how I am planning on organizing my business to be more successful and setting goals and such and focusing, you know what I mean? And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm still, part-time, but if I'm able to be part-time and be more successful and be more profitable while still being part-time, that would be awesome. Right? Who wouldn't want to be? So, I mean, I still want to be able to be there when my kids need me, still volunteer at the school, still, I try to have lunch with my mom once a week. So, yeah, look at it in that way. So that's kind of exciting. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I messaged Tanya before I went out the night before and said, hey, just letting you know, I feel like I'm cheating on you. Because I usually do ride-alongs with her and go out with her, but my friend Kelly really wanted to go to the thrift outlet on the 25-cent day. So we did. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop now, and then I'll talk to you when we get to the auction house.
your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag. Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never seems worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile,
like the bubbles in a glass of champagne. You go one of you, like a kicker in a julep or two. The thrill of the thought that you might give a thought to my plea casts a spell over me. And I say to myself, get a hold of yourself. Can't you see that it never can be? You go to my head with a smile that makes my temperature rise, like a summer with 1,000 Julys. You intoxicate my soul with your eyes, and I'm certain that this heart of mine hasn't a ghost of a chance with this crazy romance. You go to my head. You go to my head.
Let me show you what I got from the auction. The total spent was about $35, I think. But I will pop up the amount for each lot. I got 3 lots. And one of the items is way bigger than I was thinking it was. I didn't come to the last preview, so I didn't get to see it in person. Yeah. Okay, so this is the first lot, and this is an American Girl's Scenes and Settings book. And I guess I should have known because it's scenes and settings and the dolls are huge. But this thing is ginormous. It is humongous. And basically you open it up and there are different scenes that you can play with your American Girl doll with. So there's this one, and then I got this one as well. And this one is Molly McIntyre Scenes and Settings. This one's Samantha Parkington Scenes and Settings. So those are the first lot that I got. And I went on them because I did some research and on eBay and all. They were going for really, really nice prices. So let me show you the next lot. Hang on. So this is the next lot. I don't know if you can see very well because there's kind of a glare with the sun. But they are wooden like house pieces, and they are the Cat's Meow. This is the funeral home. Of course, the first one I grabbed was the funeral home. But they are collectible house things. I don't know. I looked them up and they were going pretty good. I mean, individually some were selling for okay, and then there were some lots that went pretty good. So we'll see how that does. I won them for a pretty reasonable, so I was happy to get them. And finally, again, I'm trying to get the sun blocked out of the way. This is the third lot I won, and these are sort of like crests with swords and such that you hang on the wall. This one's metal. It says Japan on it. I think it's just ornamental. And I didn't do a whole lot of research. I just thought they were super cool. This one is wooden and metal, and it's got all these metal things, swords poking in and out of them. Not really any markings that I can see, but I figured, you know, if I didn't find anything good enough online, like price-wise, that I would just put it in my booth. I think it would do nicely in the booth. And then this one is another family crest. And this is wall. So I will probably, this one will most definitely go up on eBay and Etsy because that is a name specific, you know what I mean? Somebody has to have that name, and what are the odds of somebody coming into the booth with that name? Much slimmer than finding it online. So, wall. Okay, either Caesar or nothing, that's their motto. My family is Family Douglas, and their motto is Jamais arrière, which means forward or never behind. So, go Scotland, right?